To be concerned about the self. You are concerned only with something that is small and needs protection. The more you display a tendency to protect yourself, to be bothered about yourself, to think of yourself, the more you are saying that you are so weak that you require assistance. That is pettiness.
When you say seeing clearly, like there's one thing where you see the truth and the false, you see that very clearly. But before that, there is this distinction between two colors. The seeing is still happening. The seeing, we are still seeing, but the distinction point changes. Like right now, I'm seeing 5 colors. Now there is this color and there is something else. So, but how does that change happen? Like, I'm able to explain, right? One thing is seeing differences in the world. One thing is seeing the world as one and there is another thing, but there's still a distinction.
There is no formula to it. Just don't mind the differences, that's all. You will always encounter differences, don't mind them. If this is alright, that is also alright. If this is this, that is also this. That's what. And the more you live in differences, the more petty is the life. You know, if you are living in great differences, then what you are saying? You are saying, I can survive only in a very small range. Everything else I see as different from this range. That is why I must be particular about seeing the difference. If I do not see that difference, I will not survive. You see, let's say there is a being that can survive right from 0 till 100 degrees centigrade of temperature. The temperature is fluctuating between 40 and 70. Will it be bothered? It won't be bothered, right? Because it is secure. Because it knows that it can live in a broad range. Then something happens and it says, no, I can live only between 30 and 60. Now the temperature is fluctuating between 40 and 65. Will it be bothered? Yes, a little bit. It will say if it exceeds 60, then I am threatened. We are beings who have declared that we can survive only between 44 and 45. And existence is fluctuating between minus 200 and plus 200. Now think how bothered, how greatly bothered we would be. That is why man wants to modify and control his environment so much. He says, I can exist only between 44 and 45, and that is my self-definition. Everything outside this range is separate, is alien, is death, is not me. So all the differences must first be greatly noticed and secondly fought. When you notice differences, what do you do with them? You fight them, right? You want to protect yourself from them. The trick is to examine whether you are really hurt, really hurt. If it reaches 80 or 90 or minus 20, trick is to examine that. Maybe your self-concept is just a mistake. Maybe you are stronger than what you think of yourself. Maybe you are wider than your imagination. Maybe a new world opens up when you live outside the zone you have determined for yourself. You must try it out. You must give yourself a little sureness, a little backing, a little freedom.